Hi, my name is Ashley Johnston. I am 30 years old. I was born June 22nd, 1989, here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Although I was born here, I am not originally from here. Um, I have a somewhat large family. I have one older sister and three younger brothers. I've been here in Corpus Christi since I was 11. Ever since I moved here, the population has grown significantly. I believe the population right now is somewhere around 326,000 people. Um, the thing I like the most about Corpus Christi is definitely the easy accessibility to the beaches. I know not a lot of states offer you to be able to drive on to the beach and go directly to it, so that way you're not having to haul things to and from the beach. Um, Before living in Corpus, I lived in a small town called San Diego, Texas. It was very incredibly small. I like to joke around that it has more dogs than people because the population is somewhere around, give or take, about 4,000 people. Um, I definitely did enjoy living there, and I'm very glad that my mother moved us out of that small town um, very early in my childhood before it could have any influence in my life. Before that, we lived in me, my mother, my father, my sister. We lived in Minot, North Dakota, which my father was in the military. He was in the Air Force. So we were stationed there for about 3 or 4 years. I don't know, maybe 4 years old when we came back, so I don't have much memory of living there. Other than that, I have traveled outside of Texas pretty frequent, not as much as I'd like, but I have been outside of Texas before, which I'm thankful for because not many people get to leave. Um, I am currently not employed at the moment. I want to focus on school, and I recently just became unemployed um, due to me wanting to strictly focus on school. I was a hairstylist before and also did portrait photography for extra funds. So my job as a hairstylist was I I have a license to be able to practice as an operator, which that means that I know how to do hair, skin, nails, all of it. But my main focus was hair, and I loved doing hair cutting and the color portion, especially color corrections, which are helping the client achieve a specific color with either damaged hair or layers of permanent hair color and trying to get that on. That's basically what color correction is. So that was my favorite, and that's mainly what I did as a career. And as far as portrait photography, I did photography for students that just graduated high school, definitely graduates for college as well. And as far as other portraits, I did mainly families and children, along with high school and college graduates. As far as volunteer work, I've done a lot of volunteer work in the past. That's something that my mother always made my sister and I do, as whether it became even like something as little as going and giving blankets to the homeless or even canned goods. My mom always made sure we did volunteer work. So right now I am doing volunteer work for my daughter with her Girl Scouts of America. I actually have a adult membership for the Girl Scouts, which helps me be around my daughter and her troop more. That way, either on Saturdays or Sundays, we organize, whether it be for future cookie sales or even just meetings for anything for earning their badge, or if they earned like a fun little trip, I'm there helping organize. Um, Although I wasn't in the military myself, I have immediate family members from my side of the family, as well as my husband's side of the family, that have all been in the military. So we're a very military orientated family. I graduated from King High School, Richard King High School, in 2007. And after that, I graduated from Del Mar, the cosmetology program, in 2014. I'm enrolled back again at Del Mar for a career change. Having a larger family, 3 kids, and my husband, I definitely have needed a career change and just something more fulfilling, more stable. Um, Being a hairstylist and having to have a another side job hasn't been all too pleasing. So definitely, I want something with more stability, more fulfillment to just help me overall provide or feel like I'm providing for my family. Before enrolling in Del Mar, I was working as a hairstylist and a portrait photographer. I'm a nursing major, so like I said, I want to do something more fulfilling, and I've always had a nurturing kind of selfless, I guess that's a lack of a better term, um, personality where I've always wanted to help others. And I think that stems from the past when my mom always making us do volunteer work. But definitely nursing is a great major for me because it's just very, the job is saving lives. And I think I would work best in a career like that because I do well under pressure, but as also with the fulfillment of knowing that you're helping save lives and helping getting the patients the best care that they need is the thing that matters the most. Um, when I last attended Del Mar, I was in the in the cosmetology program back in 2014. So this is actually the first semester that I've been back since then, and I'm excited about it. The entire cosmetology program was fun for me. As I said before, you earn your operator license, so you get to learn hair, skin, and nails. And the one that was the most fun for me, or the one that I enjoyed the most, was hair theory. And whenever we had the clients on Fridays come in, that way we could get that one-on-one practice. It definitely helps out a lot. Um, I have not attended any other colleges or universities in the past. I've only earned Del Mar credits. Let's see, as far as hobbies, I've never been an athletic person or did any sports throughout high school. So I always had other little hobbies, like anything with a creative outlet I enjoyed, whether it be art, drawing, painting, writing, music. I loved it all. Um, as far as personal hobbies of mine, of course, photography. I love it. Hair and makeup, I still do enjoy that, even though I'm wanting a career change. I still do like it. Um, I do enjoy painting, although I don't get to do it as much. Um, and one thing that my um, mother and sister actually got me into was upcycling furniture. So taking old pieces of furniture and restoring them and making them brand new again or better than new is a big hobby of mine. Um, Another passion was makeup, and that started uh, back when YouTube first had the big boom of beauty influencer videos, tutorials, all that, and I think that was back in 2009. So that's where that love of makeup and hair came from. And also just, flipping through high fashion magazines as a kid. I loved it. Um, Another passion of mine, which was photography, started back in high school. Like I said, I always had wanted some sort of creative outlet, so I figured I'd try writing for my school newspaper. From there, I enjoyed writing, but not so much as I saw when another photographer that was in the newspaper, he was telling me about what his job was, and just showing me the basic functions of a DSLR camera, which is a digital camera. I had never seen anything like it, and I just became intrigued. And from there, I became a staff writer, to a staff photographer, to the photography editor, which is the one that overlooks everything, that just makes sure, turns in all photos, just make sure everything correlates with the photos, correlate with the given story. So that was my job, and that's kind of where my passion for photography started. Like I said before, I have 3 kids, so I don't get much relaxation. It really doesn't happen. But if I do have a few hours to myself, if I'm being honest, I do enjoy catching up on shows on Netflix, binging shows, honestly, um, or reading. That's kind of what I do to wind down. As far as pets, I have a bunch of pets. We have here at home 3 dogs, and 2 guinea pigs, and 1 hamster. The 3 dogs, 2 of them are older, and I've had since I was in high school, which is one is 12 and the other is 13. The 13-year-old is a black Pekingese mix, and the 12-year-old is a Yorkie named Dash. The Pekingese mix is named Forrest. Another dog that I have is the youngest, and the biggest, a 1-year-old German Shepherd named Dakota. Our 2 guinea pigs are Max and Sunny. We did have another guinea pig before, but unfortunately he passed away at a young age. My other last pet is a hamster, the named Chloe. All the little rodents, the 2 guinea pigs and the hamster, are my kids' pets, but honestly, I take care of them, so they're much more mine as they are theirs. Community uh, organizations, obviously Girl Scouts. That's all that I can think of that I'm in right now, which it's a lot to deal with. I help organize meetings if we need to. We help with cookie sales. I've been all over doing cookie booths, helping with my daughter, also selling cookies on foot, just helping, coming up with different activities for them to earn specific badges. And from there, from the badges that they earn, they also get to move on, level up for their status as a Girl Scout. Right now, my daughter's a brownie, so she's moved up from a daisy. The 3 most valuable things that I value in my life are my family, for number 1, my health, obviously, and I think a purpose. I feel like we as human beings should always feel like we have a purpose in life, and to not get caught up on things that don't even matter. I think it's important to have focus in your life, to know what's important and things that are not. As far as religious groups, I am definitely not involved in any religious groups, nor do I belong to any specific religion. Growing up, my mom was, or still is, Jehovah's Witness, and my father is Catholic. So having parents that are on two complete opposing sides of the spectrum has, I guess, tainted religion for me. That I have more of a um, view towards science than faith. That's just something that I feel like I can do without in my life. Definitely. I had a rough childhood dealing with both of those two religions back to back. So I just prefer to not deal with it at all. As far as political orientation, I don't like to label myself to any specific party. Um, I can agree with certain ideas belonging to one political party, but also disagree with another opinion that they share. Um, so I don't like to put myself as either being, conservative or liberal. But definitely a topic that makes me feel uncomfortable is women's rights, um, or lack thereof, whether it's here at home or in a foreign country. I'm just always astounded when I read news stories mentioning just the denying of women's basic rights. And just for that subject to be kind of close, hitting home with everything going on in Alabama and the abortion argument that's kind of, divided this country, this nation for decades, is definitely something that makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable because I feel with the entire abortion argument, there's no one set way that is correct. I don't feel like it's either completely 100% correct or completely 100% wrong. Um, One thing that I definitely want to gain from this course is my ability to speak confidently. I get somewhat stage fright, and sometimes I lack eye contact completely, whether it be in person or on a webcam. Um, so that's definitely something that I want to try and tackle and deal with on my own, because even as an adult, I feel embarrassed that I can't really do speeches in front of people because my mind just goes blank and runs away from me. Um, my ultimate career goal is to be obviously a registered nurse, but I'd like to be a nurse for the NICU, which is a neonatal intensive care unit, either at a hospital, or even a pediatric nurse for, say, like Driscoll. I love working with kids and babies, so that's definitely a career goal of mine. I always hear it's very hard to get into that job, so that's something that I look forward to working towards. My short-term goal is to complete all my Del Mar courses with a 80 or above, so that way I can maintain a good enough GPA to enter the nursing program, which I hope to enter the nursing program in summer of 2020. And my long-term goal is to complete and graduate from the nursing program and pass my NCLEX exam, which is me earning the my registered nurse license. So that's my long-term goal. Another thing about me is I'm very hardworking. It's been a while since I was enrolled in college, so some of it is me catching up with things and relearning things. But no matter what, I'm still determined and know that the reason why I'm doing it is for not only my family and my kids, but for myself, to help prove to myself that I can do it and I can have a more fulfilling career, and overall just knowing that I can push myself further with my education. Um, So no matter how difficult things get, I'm definitely going to complete this nursing program, and I just am excited to get it done. Thank you.